Here comes Brian.
We would love a spoiler, Brian.
It looks like there may be an incoming warning
Oh.
of a sleeper agent Malekith heading your way
Uh-oh.
into this suburban downtown.
Oh my gosh, is that Robert?
Who?
Exactly. Nobody knows.
Wow. Softflow, yeah, we're giving away a core box for Shatterpoint. It's free to sign up. You can even, there's a bunch of ways to re-enter every day as well. But yeah, so it does look like Pork Roll Better is going to be on the right side of the table, but which Pork Roll Better is it going to be? Is it going to be Mike, the Ambrose from Strike Better? Is it going to be Robert Reale? Or will it be the third member of the Better Pork Roll?
Whose name is Dan?
Dan.
Did I really remember it?
I don't know.
Oh, let's look.
I'd be incredibly impressed.
I would too. Give me a raise.
Okay.
I got it right.
I'll
Boom.
All right. I will give you all of Dan's income
Sweet.
for the next month.
All right.
Deal.
Sounds good.
You heard it here first. Hard name for her to remember. He got a tie on at least. Oh, nuts. We should have brought him a tie. If you want to refresh that, we can see who they're paired up against. Or go to round 2. Oh, perfect. It's right there. Maybe not. If you go to the top or bottom, hit...
Games?
Yes.
Round 2. Pork Roll Better.
Oh, against Team 10%. It is
It
Robert.
is Robert. Rob.
All right, that actually makes it very easy because I know this gentleman's name, so that means I can go ahead and put him right into the screen.
Angel. Beautiful. We've got Angel from Team 10%.
And what is Robert running? I know he has Malekith, but what is it with? We had to guess, is he going straight Cabal or is he, Sleeper Agent?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is Hydra. Hydra Robert.
Hydra.
And then we have Angel on the other side. Is he in the outfield? I don't know.
Looks like A-Force. I see a She-Hulk.
Ooh,
That's going to be my guess.
That's a cool matchup. Some A-Force against some Hydra.
I will scream on the inside if I get to see some She-Hulk right now.
You will internally wog. We just got our first wog actually here not too long ago. And for those uninundated, nice. And those for uninundated with coming to a Warhammer event, Orcs Wog. And it's where they yell, Wog, very loudly and very longly.
And it's like a call and response.
Yes.
Right? Like one person does it and then everybody
It's kind of like
it.
doing the wave in a stadium.
Yes, yep.
Excuse me, sir, I would like to wog. Well, you can go ahead and give us a wog in chat if you'd like.
Should have been here, nerd. Just kidding, we love you.
Maybe in the centerfold. You get that for your birthday? No, I didn't. But I bought it for myself for my birthday. I think it matches the LVO thing really well.
Treat yourself.
Right.
That's what I say.
I had some of the Star Wars ones, and I was like, but I can't keep wearing Star Wars things on MCP streams, so...
You got a point.
I have 3 that I'm going to be showing off this weekend.
I kind of want to get some, but I don't like the women's, so I'm just going to buy the dudes.
Yeah.
We could twin.
We could twin.
Ah!
Hashtag twinning. There we go. It's close enough. All right, and then, so later in the weekend, I'll have a Miles Morales one. That one I did get for my birthday. And then a Captain America, almost really 4th of July.
Wow. I like that one.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot. I like them all.
Right?
Roosevelt's shirts are dope.
Kicker had one, too, when we first got here. And he had, like, the Nicktoons one.
Yeah.
And he walked up and he's giving us hugs and we're saying hi. And I was like, is that a Roosevelt shirt? And he's like, actually, yes, it is.
Like, he, hugged you and I was like, I love your shirt. Zero chill.
Right?
For me with Kicker's shirt here at Frontline Gaming.
But
it's fine.
But yeah, all right. Well, I think looks like we're getting some secures and objectives now.
Looks like they're going over it, yeah.
So let's head down to the game screen. And we're back, but down here.
Okay, all right.
Ooh, those are some nice sleeves.
Love those sleeves.
You can get cool sleeves too. Not those ones, but other ones.
I wish I knew where I could get cool sleeves.
Well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and put this in chat for you, Danny. You can head right to our Facebook shop and get all sorts of dope sleeves.
Hey, thanks.
Want me to start relaying info to you about the game from here? Actually, that'd be really great. What's that?
Research station.
All right. So we have Researcher and Seals. Researcher is one that I'm not good at, and I don't run affiliations that are good at it, but I like it. And it will be at 15 threat. This is a place where Rob actually really likes to live. Sleeper Agent Malekith with Hydra. That's going to mean at 15 threat he has a Malekith, a 5-point Red Skull, and that would be math, which is 12. He'd have 2 points left for. Is there a 2-point Hydra member? Actually, I don't think there is. So maybe he goes Baron, which would be 10, and then he could have 5. Oh, he could go Baron, Malekith, and Red Skull.
Yeah, that's going to be spicy.
3 points left. Yeah, not 2. Listen, I don't know if we've gone over this recently, but I have a single brain cell that I store pretty much everything in, and I just hope it doesn't crash.
I feel like with 3 points left, he could go with my all-time favorite model and character, and everybody knows this since the beginning of this game, which would be Winter Soldier.
You know what? And that's the thing. While a rogue agent, not part of many affiliations,
right.
He is in fact part of Hydra.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, Rob.
All right. Well, maybe a little bit of a surprise here, but we do have Red Skull, Master of Hydra. We have Baron Zemo and Malekith the Accursed. I like, there's some rerolls, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need it. Got them Hydra Troopers hanging out with Red Skull, Master of Hydra. I have to assume we're going to see Sleeper Agent in this particular grouping.
Sleeper Agent. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Yes.
Calibration Matrix. Brace for Impact and Indomitable.
Okay. Love to see it. So that is certainly going to be a Sleeper Agent Baron Zemo. I don't know what else he would possibly use that for. Over on the A-Force side, and I know you're going to be stoked for this, you might be surprised to see that leading the A-Force on the other team is going to be She-Hulk.
That's so cool.
She is going to be backed up with 2-point Black Widow, Crystal, and Spider-Woman. For Tactics cards, we are going to be running Elemental Infusion, Double Agent, which is a great one to work with Spider-Woman, A-Force Assemble, Stalwart Determination, no breathing, and a delivery that some would define as special. What makes it special? It was made with love.
Extra love.
And this will be on Seals and Researcher at 15 threat. This is the second round of the team event. Only one round left, if I remember this correctly. And we're going to see some big hitters.
No quitters.
This is a really good setup for Rob running that 3 wide on Researcher. He had to be happy that one got pulled up because that's just going to be a Malekith running in and murderizing pretty much everything. What makes it special? This fist.
Girl.
So once again, we are at the Atlantic City Open Frontlines premier East Coast event. We were here last year, first year that MCP was here. Same TO, Mr. Brian Watson. This time the TO group has expanded to include Sean McNamara. And honestly, couldn't be a better group of people. To go from 20 last year for the singles event, doubling that to, I think it's now over 40. Really excited to see MCP continuing to grow at events that are somewhat close to us. Relatively close, I might say. While we're waiting to get some deployments here, if you want to maybe get, I don't know, like your own Star Wars Shatterpoint core box, guess what? You can. And the way to do that is to hit this link right in chat. It'll be in the YouTube notes if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can enter to win. Contest goes to the end of the month. It's free to enter. A bunch of ways to get additional entries. And you can even come back every day and grab a few more. It's pretty dope. You can blame it all on me. Baby, it's dope.
So no one will be surprised to know that Shane, who played in our round 1 on the table here, he is up at the tippy top, head of victory points. Behind him is Sean Perry, also on his team with 17. Robe Reale here scored 16 victory points, as did Mike from his team, and Angel scored 14 victory points in his win last round.
All right, so for bump, slap, and tickle or whatever, bump, swing,
slap. What is this, my prom?
Right? Yeah, Taylor, you just missed it. Shane was playing those spider foes to deadly effectiveness.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
On the first game.
His Rhino and his Juggernaut wrecked face.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
We did see some great Ant-Man plays, though, like, for real. Also, Taylor, make sure to remind me to tell you someone would like to commission you to paint a lizard. And I'll give you the details later. But just so I don't forget, because once again, that one brain cell's kind of firing on all cylinder today. So, Tatted Colossus, first off, dope name. Dope name. A lot of layers to that one, a Tatted Colossus. You have to go to like a body shop to get it done, I think. It'd be like those decals that they put in the water and then rink the thing around.
Yeah, when you get dipped.
Right?
Yeah.
Kids
nowadays, I remember I was just like, I want a blue Jeep Cherokee. And now Lily's like, I want a car that's dipped, half purple, half green. And I'm like,
with the color changing thing too?
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't have this stuff when we were kids.
Right?
Jeez.
I feel like the perfect first car is always one where, like, when you make a right turn, you got to pull the driver's door closed, and you know, you have to double the window wiper as an antenna,
or you can't use your wipers with the radio on,
or you just die. Like, when I was a kid, I wanted a box of magic cards. Listen, I'm not a kid, and I would still like a box of magic cards.
You still want that?
Wait until you see my Immortal Hulk model at NashCon. Heck yes.
That's exciting. All right, so we've got some deployment going on while we're like fangirling about cars. Malekith's out.
Tatted Colossus was your MMA nickname? That's rad as hell.
That's really freaking cool. She-Hulk, so very much the opposite of what we saw last round. We've got She-Hulk going right out there, popping right out, no hesitation.
No breathing either.
Baron Zemo hopping out.
So we have Malekith and the Red Skull, and then there's Hydra Troopers, Zemo, so he's fully deployed.
It looks like Angel's putting out Black Widow as his last deployment. You've got Spider-Woman down towards the bottom of the screen by that stop sign.
And that's Black Cat right above.
Chris
There's
is
a
our
Black Cat,
research station. Yeah.
Okay.
Research stations and SEALs. 15 threat.
Or maybe that's Crystal. Or maybe Crystal hasn't been deployed yet.
No, I think everybody's been just.
He's 4 wide. Oh, no Black Widow. There is a Black Widow, not a Black Cat. So behind that car is Crystal. Great paint job on that car, too.
I love that.
Yeah.
I really, really love that. I love seeing these like different styles that people go with their She-Hulks. Very fun.
They're running Researcher and SEALs. Researcher and SEALs. All right, so we're getting first activation right away. So Black Widow going to that top SEAL.
Rob's taking a phone call. All right.
He's in.
Black Widow moving up.
All right, Black Widow moving up.
To the east side.
Rob calling his lawyer, which happens to be at the same firm as Jessica Walters, to try to get her to be called in today on her day off. It is a Friday, not a weekend. So if she has to leave the match, it's going to help him quite a bit.
Double move with Zemo. We're up there to that bottom point you can see between the two buildings. By that size 4 apartment building.
Right.
Props to Frontline Gaming for hooking us up with these terrain pieces and this custom mat. You can head over to their website and grab all that stuff. Use the code that Tim's about to put in. Use that link. Helps us out. You can get this great stuff, pre-marked maps. Because if you're like me, I don't want to measure where I got to put stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, same.
You know? I just want to know.
But using that link, by the way, whether picking up mats, terrain, or even event tickets for LVO, ACO, BAO, LSO, regardless of what you're buying tickets for, too.
LMFAO.
Maybe some, LMFAO. It helps support the network directly. We'd really appreciate using that link. Maybe you're going to head over and pick up the new Leviathan box. They do have them in stock. As soon as they hit the number that they have, they will be gone. That is an incredibly popular box for Warhammer 40K with some Tyranids and some Space Marines. So you can use that link and head there and grab that as well.
Looks like Angel just moved Spider-Woman up, so she's just, I can see his measurement tool coming out the side of that apartment building. I think you might put her on top of the building, just so she's hovering above Baron Zemo. Nice. So
and
smart.
how You know what I mean? Just how thoughtful to make sure that Spider-Woman was visible to screen.
Yes, you got to, right? She's a newish model.
What an angel.
Truly.
Okay.
And one, so she can contest that. I like it.
That is a perfectly contested seal. And Robe Reale gone.
He gone.
Oh, he's probably finding a phone booth to change into his alter identity, Robert Reale.
Robert Reale. It's just weird. He puts on a button-up shirt with a pocket square in it. Like, what?
Right? And an upside-down mustache. It curls
As a
around.
unibrow?
Yeah. But so Danny, tell us a little bit about how excited you are to see A-Force
on
the table, right?
I love A-Force, and I feel like I've been like hesitant to play them because I want so much to like get out of my shell and try different things. But this was the affiliation that made me start playing the game. Dan was like, they have a She-Hulk, you are playing now. I was like, oh. He's like, you can run all women. I was like, I'm there. I am there. So I'm so excited to see this in action. I hope that She-Hulk does really well. I know that Malekith is formidable, though, so I am nervous.
Alter ego, real Robert.
Oh,
ooh.
Snap.
So it didn't look like he left to take a call. He actually left to go get his sleeper agent token to put it on.
Okay, all right.
Using the official stuff, you know?
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw he moved those agents up. Now it looks like...
Yeah, that's probably not something I would call a list, Taylor, if you could avoid it. Unless you have binders full of them.
I think he's moving Red Skull, yeah.
Yep, so when Red Skull activates, the Hydra troopers go first. They're going to help him commit that bottom point. Because now, unlike other grunts, they can, in fact, contest.
Cool.
So Baron Zemo and the Hydra troopers working there to hold that bottom seal.
Okay.
And then moving Red Skull up to start contesting the researcher in the center, as well as the other seal.
It's a good move.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that leaves Crystal and She-Hulk for Angel. Leaving Malekith for last to potentially go up and cause a heavy amount of damage to She-Hulk or Crystal. This might actually be a great play if he goes with Crystal, because what Robert really wants to do is crunchitize She-Hulk. A great way to do that is if She-Hulk moves up. Oh, never mind. We are actually going to do the special delivery here. So Crystal is going to make that long movement as a flyer. She can spend to drop off a She-Hulk. She's going to go up to the safety of the top building. Get your sobriety out of the way now because I'm on my way after work.
Hey-o.
Heck yeah, Keebler. Also, I have your Legion box that I forgot to bring to the art store. So make sure to head on up to the professional casual booth and grab that box. And we are attacking Red Skull here. Just one block so far. Only 3 hits, but crits on both sides. Neither convert, so that's going to be 2 going through. With a wild trigger. I don't know if she has anything on the wild. And he's only going to take 1 from that. Why? Oh, he did block 2. Gotcha. That's a shield. Shieldy boy. But once again, just a huge thank you to all of the folks out there that came to ACO and have been giving me delicious beverages for my birthday.
It's good to be loved.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. No wild trigger, just give slow. Oh, okay. I knew there was some status effect, I just forgot what applied it. I've never played A-Fool, but I know Gwenpool is phenomenal everywhere. I do run her, so I'm glad she will be great in A-Force as well. Yeah. I love Gwenpool as well. Awesome character, awesome model. They knocked her out of the park. I've been running a lot of Criminal Syndicate because she's part of Criminal Syndicate, which is dope.
Nice.
All right, and that's going to be Crystal moving up to contest to be within 1 of the researcher and the center seal. So now we're going to see Malekith pop off. And I actually really like the placement Angel is used to make it very difficult, in fact, probably impossible for She-Hulk to be thrown into Crystal. Great move.
Smart. Very,
as
very
long
smart.
as he survives, then She-Hulk will be able to lay into Malekith or probably Red Skull.
I do like that he did special delivery to put She-Hulk up there so that she's the target when it attacks, so she can start accumulating power before she gets to activate.
All right, so
smart.
there was a skull in the attack there. I believe he's probably going to pay to pop that off. Let's see how many he rolls for the crit. Nope, just one. He's not paying on the Malekith there. Kind of a weak roll.
Yeah.
But all three go through as She-Hulk did not block any of it. So that was a ferocity. So now we're looking at the throw that he can make. Getting She-Hulk probably as far away as possible and throwing her into some terrain. The A-Force affiliation ability off of that damage, giving a power to Crystal. That is going to bonk She-Hulk for one and destroy that terrain piece. Okay. And then she does have aggressive, so guess where she's about to be, assuming he remembers to use it. And he's pulling out his... Nope. That was power. And we have another builder. This one's significantly better. A skull there. Let's see if he spent for it. He did. So he did spend for the skull, so that means he's going to roll 2 crits here.
Wow.
She-Hulk blocking 2 at least.
She's going to take 4.
Unless these convert, so he can't convert that other skull, but he will get the Wilder. Oof. Gotcha. So that gets rid of Sleeper Agent. Oh, we can't use a reactive. That's why she couldn't aggressive.
Okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
A lot of sense. All right. That is going to remove Sleeper Agent, though, because it did not result in a KO. So Sleeper Agent prevents your opponent from using reactives or tactics cards on that particular character's turn.
That's really smart.
And you lose it. You lose that benefit if you end an attack that does not daze or KO an opponent. So would have been pretty reasonable for, if he went after, say, Crystal with that. Pretty reasonable assumption that he would have been able to daze her in one shot. She is 10 taken. 2-5, she's still alive. She's going to be able to move up. But does she go for Red Skull? Or does she go for Malekith?
I mean, Malekith already activated.
So did Red Skull. So,
Okay, so-
Rob's out of activation. So I think...
All right.
And he's already attacked Red Skull and gotten him slowed. So I know she has stuff that, like, progressively gets worse if they're
Right.
already slowed.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the way to go. Spending what? Okay. So he's going to get a superior weight training here.
All right.
And we're going to get a defense rest as well. Onto Red Skull or Malekith? Oh, onto Malekith. All right, so this is going to be a metric ton of dice. Adding his size in there as well. Not a stellar roll, though. I see 1, 2. Well, it's still early. 1, 2, 3 crits. Showing converting one of them. So we have 3, 6 total successes. Malekith blocking 1, but
That's a lot of dice.
that is a lot.
Baby.
I guess I wouldn't say that's a whiff, but he's only going to be taking 4.
Yeah, you definitely.
And all right, the slow and stun can be helpful here. Being able to prevent more power on Malekith, while I mean he just kind of gets a lot in general. But neither player really performing the exact way they wanted there in that exchange. But only one of them has a condition now off the table, and that Sleeper Agent Malekith. Yeah, not enough power for the throw either. All right, so it's 4-1.
A-Force.
A-Force. So as we go into round 2 here, Malekith is terrifying.
100%. Yes.
I think this is a matchup neither person particularly wanted to be making.
Yeah.
But that researcher having 2 players on it is going to score that for Angel, and he gets to move it closer or further away, or he can entice a Malekith. Wow, he is not moving it towards his opponent. He's moving it towards his own. That's interesting. So there is additional points scored if that is within range 1 of your opponent's research station.
Oh.
It looks like we're getting an activation of Stalwart Determination. That means anyone that spent for it is not going to be pushed or thrown this particular round. Strong way to kind of double down. What? All right, so that is going to be some grunts into Spider-Woman here, showing 2 so far with a crit. There's a quick scoop there. Nothing. Showing nothing on the defense there. So 2 are going to go through. And he's going to fire again. Troopers into Spider-Woman. Popping off 3. Yep. Ooh, but 2 on the defense. Converting neither one. So 1 goes through. Actually, pretty incredibly effective Hydra Troopers there. Oh, gotcha. Good eye in the sky.
All the way, like, 4.5 hours away.
All right, so we are getting powered gauntlets here, so he can count blanks going to She-Hulk, an awful roll. Yikes. But those blanks do count, so this is showing 3 against 1 defense. She-Hulk's going to be taking 2 here. And I do think we have a trigger there as well. She-Hulk is 2 and dazed. Really? Wow. How much health does She-Hulk have?
20.
She can't be dazed.
Because she has 20.
Yeah, she's probably mistaken. All right, so assuming you spent for Empowered Gauntlets there, I don't know why you wouldn't. That's going to be showing 5 on that attack. Oof. Counting those blanks is magnificent.
It's huge.
Taking 5 there, that puts her at death's door.
Yeah.
I also hear it's really important to read how Researcher is scored so you don't lose an LVO ticket. That's true. That is true. Happened in real time. I was there. I had to be the judge to make the call. Researcher score is weird now. You have to actively securing it while it's on your opponent's back point so you get the extra point. Yeah. Yep. And that's the exact thing that came up. All right, going to be using A-Force Assemble here. This is everyone a short move, if I recall. Or maybe moves to She-Hulk or something. I know it's not just Avengers Assemble, it's something slightly different. And she's going to punch that Malekith. She's got to go down now. Decent roll. Showing 4 against just 1 block, so that's going to be 3 going through. Okay, 3 through on Malekith.
A-Force Assemble, pay 3 power to spend, or spend 3 power to play. Allied characters defending against an attack this round, add 1 die to the defense roll for each other allied A-Force character within 2 of that character. So, dope.
Yeah, so that's going to have both Crystal and She-Hulk rolling an additional die this round. Okay, so she is going to try to pick up Malekith to throw into Red Skull. Oof. Indomitable is played there, making Malekith unable to be pushed, thrown, or pulled. I drank about it, that's true. What are you going to do? Drink about it? Good use of Indomitable there. That could have been a killer activation from She-Hulk. Effectively, if Malekith survives this assault, She-Hulk will be dazed. Gonna punch a second time. Oh, all blanks. Oops, all blanks. And not a super stellar roll there, though.
No.
And granted, he's not blocking any, so it's all going to go through here. Okay, so he's going to recal Matrix here. Try to make sure that doesn't happen. He does roll better, but not by much. And She-Hulk rolls a lot worse, so only one goes through. That keeps Malekith conscious. I'm playing Raven's Guard right now and messed up deployment. Raven's Guard is about to kick my butt. Just use magic.
Oh, it's magic.
Did you tell him that you're immortal? Immortal Hulk? Yeah, that was a great recall.
Great use of that.
And then he's going to Ferocity into She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Getting so that I think he's like pretty much right next to. He's not going to be able to contest the Researcher, but pretty gosh darn close. He's certainly on the seal. And Rob showing only 3 on this attack. She-Hulk blocking 2. Only 1 is going to go through there. Oh, but the Pierce, so he'd only block 1. So he'll take 2 there. Well, folks, this might be a quick game.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha. So rolling 1 more die because of A-Force Assemble. So he only took 1. Oof. That's on all attacks, huh? So, gonna hit her again. Malekith and She-Hulk. This looks better for both people, but significantly worse for She-Hulk, who's gonna be taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, blocking 2. That's gonna be 6 going through. And the Pierce. So...
she's got to be going down.
Yeah.
Because she had 10 left, and then she took 5.
Mm-hmm.
So now there's no way. There's no
Right.
way.
Huh? Did she daze?
Yep.
Okay.
And giving power to Spider-Woman with that affiliation ability. Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Good job, She-Hulk.
Still, Malekith should be a little scared right now because
Yes.
he can't be sitting on much.
Uh-huh.
I think he's
And he
10
does-
on the healthy side, 7 on the flip. If I recall Liberation Matrix.
Recalibration Matrix.
Yeah, 10 on the front.
8 on the back.
Okay, so we have Spider-Woman doing a bioelectric attack here into the Baron of all of the Zemos. Only rolling 2 successes. Baron Zemo getting a crit, not converting it, but guess what? He's a master tactician. Oh, he must have spent for Swordsman there. Wow!
All right.
What a low price! And nothing.
Negativo.
Zemo don't care. All right, getting this intoxicating blast off. Roll's just not wanting to stay in a visible area.
Not at all.
It's autofocusing so hard right now. Someone should turn that off.
If only someone
4
had the
go
power.
through. All right, well, that's a significantly better follow-up attack.
Mm-hmm.
Focus, be gone. So with no defenses there, he's taken that 4. I mean, he's still up. I think he's 5 on both sides. And then she is going to potentially glide away, glide upon, glide on, glide dom,
Diola.
right? All right, so we're getting a charge with a Master Swordsman into Crystal, so that he's going to be able to re-roll any dice he wants on this attack. Ooh, a lot of skulls there for Rob. He can re-roll the block, though, and he converts it. That's showing 4. She's blocking 2, so she'll take 2. And she's bleeding now, which some might say makes you the victor. I think her name's still Crystal, though. Yeah, there's a lot going on with Red Skull's card.
Yeah.
All right, he gets the medium movement. Oh, so yeah, because he charged, so now this is just a strike. A pretty great roll here. Crystal not rolling just 1 success. Baron getting 4. Not even needing Master Swordsman on this one. Well, she'll take the 3 in days.
Wow.
He is incredibly mobile. Alabama. All right, so that takes her off contention of the Researcher and puts Baron on it. Moving that Researcher into his back line might have been a mistake, because that is going, if Rob is able to get that Researcher, that is going to have it next round on that back research station, and we'll be scoring him some additional chutzpah. So one thing, we were talking to Alyssa earlier this morning about that incredible, well, not incredible, but Immortal Hulk play, right?
Yep.
One thing that I've always found absolutely, I don't know if adorable is the right word, but she refers to power as monies.
Yep. Dollars.
So, and that was the first time I heard her use dollars. So she was like, well, if I give $1 to him with R&D, what's that? Who is? Okay, so Black Widow up at that top seal is going to interact with the portal. Does not get the roll she wants, so that will allow Robert to place it. He places it at the bottom. She could just do it again.
Yep.
If he fails that roll, though, Robert could just put her back where she started.
Yep.
If he wins it, he'll be able to go to the center and start contesting. So maybe he's just going to look at just running there instead.
Right. It might be worth it.
He's got to be careful about his placement here, though. He wants to be able to body block as much as possible, and honestly, just double moving it will get him the points. And looks like that's exactly what he does.
Yep.
Red Skull Master of Hydra has a pretty decent base size, so it'll be very difficult for him to fit in there, I believe. But so far, we've seen a dazed She-Hulk, a dazed Crystal. Okay. So no one's scoring a whole lot of nothing here. Rob's scoring 1. What's that? 2 to 4, going into round 3. Rob bridging that gap just a little bit. Apparently he wanted to say, you know what, I'm not out of this yet. I'll just crunchitize your whole team. Captain Marvel's not even here to be told, crunchitize me, Captain.
Crunchitize.
All right, so Crystal is going to flip to her injured side. Rob is still going to have priority. And She-Hulk is KO'd. So it looks like a ferocity from Malekith. All right. This is into Black Widow. He's showing 2 skull. I'm sure he's probably going to pay for him. She's blocking only 1. He converts both of the skulls. That is a Black Widow no more.
Yikes.
Dealing 7. Oh, so she doesn't block anything with the Piers.
Killer turn for Rob here.
And she's dazed. Poor girl. Remember that time Natasha was there? Listen, she's still there. She's just unconscious. And then a Butcher of Thors into Crystal. Some might say is overkill. Let's see. Wow. 2, 4, 6. She's blocking 4. She's going to live through this.
That's crazy.
Right or no? Okay, so she's on 1, so she did survive that. Oh my gosh. Well, it's not called Butcher of Crystals, Danny. It's called
true.
Butcher of Thors, and that was his mistake.
It's an easy mistake to make.
It
you
really
know?
is.
Yeah.
It really is. Bleed, shock, slow, and stun, as there were 4 wilds in that roll. All right, so
What else is even left? Hexed, poisoned.
yeah, incinerate.
Just
Root.
throw them all on there.
Malekith couldn't apply the root. And they're using the entire roof of the coffee shop to hold all of those special condition tokens. Just dumps the condition box on her, right? It's like getting slimed on Nickelodeon. It just comes out of the ceiling.
Yeah,
It's just
blah.
we-
Tokens.
We should figure that out. We have that overhead ringing now.
Yeah. Yep. We could have like little buttons under the table.
Right?
Boop. Ah.
And
Tokens
just
everywhere.
shoots a boxing glove at Ben with a tortilla on the end. I forget if I actually finished explaining this story earlier, but the new goal for Shane and Ben is to see who can get on stream the most times throughout the weekend. Whether the record so far is the 4 appearances that Shane had at Everwinter. I think Nate GG had a bunch of appearances at her first
He
Adepticon.
was on a lot.
I know Nick Menard is way up there from a Midgard Games event where he was on 3 times. And we have a Volcanic Surge onto Malekith here. Showing 2, maybe even 3 there against 3, but it's going to incinerate him.
Nothing.
All right, no damage, but an incinerate. And now into Zemo, because it is a beam. Well, great roll against Zemo. Can he convert? No, he can't.
Nope.
So Zemo's going to take 3 and daze. Okay.
All right. Good clap back
Yep.
from Angel here.
I mean, Crystal's showing she's not crystalling around. Maybe not.
She has the element of surprise.
Yeah.
That was not good.
She had all of this money, so she went on a volcanic splurge.
Ayo.
Right? Hey.
Ayo.
And then Elemental Onslaught, which will allow her to attack again with something else, rolling 4 successes into Malekith. Malekith just deciding to roll all the crits.
All of them.
So that's going to be 3. 1's going to be going through here. No wild for the condition, though. But it does it. But it does it, though. Huh. Crystal, an absolute unit. She has 1 more attack. What does she do with it? Does she hit Red Skull, too? These jokes are bad. All right. With a Volcanic Blast into Red Skull, that is certainly going to incinerate him. As Red Skull only blocks 1, he's also going to take 2 damage from it. Oh, 0. Why 0? Oh, I'm looking at the opposite side, maybe. Huh. All right, so that bleed that wasn't shaken will take Crystal out and KO her.
Gee whiz.
Didn't need to attack Red Skull there, could have saved herself. Red Skull is going, or I'm sorry, Hydra Trooper is going into Spider-Woman here. Only 1 hit. Far more than 1 block. Gonna do it again. Second attack looking significantly better, showing 3, converting to 4. And she's blocking 1, so 2 are gonna go through. Oh, she's blocking 2 with the blank. Gotcha. Because she's a martial artist. She can deflect guns. And now Red Skull. Now the old Red Skull. Oh, and activating a portal. I see.
Oh.
Go up to the top, at least get a point. In a game of attrition, any little bit helps. So that'll be Red Skull going to the top to contest that point. Because he failed the first roll, and guess what? Failed the second one too. He's going to move him right back to where he started. Ah, nuts. You hate to see it, Chuck.
Toe in.
So I don't think that's going to get him to contesting, but I think he already has it, right? Oh, yeah, because he's got... No, that's Black Widow that's up there. Yeah, Red Skull is slowed and stunned. So he's going to go up top to contest. So that's... He's moving and climbing. Oof, he really needed it bad, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone else there is dazed, just have to fit. If Red Skull fits, he gets acquitted, I think.
I think that's how it goes.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah. If the Red Skull fits, you must acquit.
You can never feel bad for Red Skull. He's not really a good person.
Fair.
That's very valid.
No, Taylor, that's Black Cat.
Bad Cat?
Black Cat.
Oh, Black Cat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair.
If it fits, I sits.
So in the like kind of main stretch outside, one of the vendors, not at the convention, but at the casino, has these like glass crystalline like Marvel characters. There's an Iron Man, I think a Spider-Man, and
Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yep.
Pretty dope.
Do it.
Do it. They're $600.
Yeah,
though.
so if you want one, like, you know, you can get it. It's going to cost you a lot of
It's going to be
dollars.
there.
Yeah, it'll be there forever.
You know what, though? What a great time to have it out. You have a bunch of nerds here to play some games. Maybe they gamble a little bit. Maybe they strike it big. And they're like, you know what? I have infinity billion dollars now. I might as well buy it. Hydrate. Thank you, Heather. Now this is pod racing. So that is the end of the round, right? What are they discussing? Or is there someone still to go? Oh, she's going to glide. She's going to get down Charlie Brown. To be contesting that seal. And then has she left herself room to sit? I stand with another hydrate. Shout out to Ravensguard for bringing me this Arsenal Cider House semi-sweet event blend. Making me officially a cider drinker.
This is a semi-sweet event, I would say.
I would say
You know?
it's semi-sweet, yeah. All right, and she can in fact sit or fit, so she will sit right on that researcher. Oh, interrogate. Great call. All right, 3 to 5 A-Force. You love to see an interrogate come off, you know?
Wow.
Rob just getting 1 point around. That's the trick with the old researcher, right? Sometimes no one scores, sometimes your opponent does. But when you're as committed at this point as Rob is to that center objective, you're not going to be getting a whole lot else. Not going to be getting a whole lot else. Always love their cider, but a cold pint of it. All right, so Malika's going to activate first. Awestruck is dope. They're in Sydney, which is like right by us. And you know what's right by us? The Soul City GT. This is a convention happening in Syracuse, New York, on the weekend of July 7th. If you want to drink some Awestruck and play some MCP, go to the Salt City GT right now, or thesaltcitygt.com and grab your tickets. I will bring at least a 4-pack of Awestruck. That segue is so perfect. Listen, call me Paul Blart because I'm riding this segue right to the top. All right, Ferocity into Black Widow. Will martial artist get her out of this one? Uh-oh, it might. Uh-oh, it might, though. She's blocking 3. He paid for 1 crit. 2 crits. He's going to be doing 4. She's blocking 3. She's only taking 1.
Wow.
And then she'll get thrown into the building and take 1 more. Huh. Syracuse has a world of beer. That's a lot of beer. Oh, throwing her into Spider-Woman. So that'll deal 1 to Black Widow, and then Spider-Woman will take a collision here against 3 damage, as Black Widow is a dainty size 2. Oh, she's going to block it all? No, but close. Well, she has the crit, too. So no, she won't block it all. But only 1 is tons of fun. Black Widow surviving the ferocity of a Malekith. Does he beam them both here? Does he Butcher of Thorzer? Butcher?
Oh, that's a lot of
Well,
deuce. That's a lot of
come on, Black Widow. Oh, Black Widow, that's not the roll you needed to make there.
He's got 2 crits. 1 converts maybe?
The skulls he can pay to have crit.
Gotcha.
Angel says, yeah, all right.
5?
She only took 1, so... Okay, so that will daze her. I know they do a lot for local fire departments. That's a good company. Nice. Heather, are we going to see you at the Salt City GT in July? It would be a great first event. Malekith ain't so scary. All you need is a toy mouse and a string and go pss, 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 pss. Where is it? It's in Syracuse, New York. The old Syracuse. And that slowed, trudging along Malekith, or Red Skull. What's he doing? What's he thinking? Oh, Syracuse. Hey, you good people at Professional Casual Network. Hey,
Hi.
Deviate Nick. How are you? We missed all the Montreal people here this week at ACO. Hoping to see a lot of you. I know some have signed up for the Salt City GT. 3 of us did.
Wow, okay.
It's increased since the last time I checked. Awesome. Going to be awesome to see you guys. The Nicks and Simon. 2 Nicks, 1 Simon. I've seen... Nope.
Nope.
Nope. 5 to 7. So Rob pulls ahead. Yep, I stopped. All right, Malekith doing the Malekith things.
Yep. As he do.
Pulling that one away. I mean, what does Spider-Woman alone do now?
I don't know, man. Try to hold him off for as long as possible. I feel like a tabling is inevitable, though.
Yep. They're going to keep going. Like to see it, Chuck. I wonder how many times he'll pass this round. I just hate driving up there, but I could. You could ride with us. Events like this are usually just too loud for me. I will tell you, we're in our own room. And yeah, so it should be actually pretty decent as far as things go. I just lay into Malekith to see if I could peel a morale victory. So that's what I did when I went up against him, and I'll tell you, it did not work for me. But once again, it was Cable trying to do it, and I was playing X-Force, and you can't use rerolls against Malekith, and that's their affiliation ability. So maybe it wasn't a good lineup. Turns out I got my own room at Salt City, too. Dope. You can now. That's true. That was a very nice change, specifically for me and Dizzard. Yes, yep. At the time, though, that had not happened. It was like Malekith had just come out. All right, McGuiders. I do like that they're choosing to play this out.
I do too. I have a lot of respect for that.
What if he can just murk Malekith though? Like,
I agree with Taylor. I feel like if as much damage as you can do on Malekith, try to do it and just feel good about yourself.
Into who? Lindsay. Lindsay! Into who? Into Malekith. And then he just spikes those crits, not even needing skulls. So that's going to be, well, Spider-Woman did roll 5 there. He's going to block 3.
Chip away, chip away, chip away now.
I'll bring bananas. Nice. Well, I booked onto Adepticon 2024 now, so you better be there. Beautiful. All right, that's a poisoned kitty.
Meow.
Remender's X-Force are the best. Was that the Uncanny X-Force? Because, oh my gosh, yeah, were they? Wow. Rob.
Just step it.
That's so rude. Whoa.
All right.
But Angel responding pretty similarly.
5.
Converting one of the crits. It's another 5, yeah. That's enough slices, Rob. Nothing. Great roll from both players there. Are y'all going to be at Gen Con? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, look at Rob's face. You got to see a Rob face.
Oh, when he rolls like this, is he Rob or is he Robert?
Oh.
Who's rolling right now?
He's the real Robert now.
He is the real Robert.
Emotional damage!
What's that?
It's true.
And he gets moved small because of the poison on that intoxicating blast. And that is all of Angel's activations.
Do, so.
All right, does Rob try to farm points on this? Or does he just daze her and kill her? And then she'll glide, not fly.
Glide, not fly.
And she's gonna use the portal to go up and hang out with Zemo, probably.
I feel like we were talking about before. Any opportunity you get to score more points in an event like this, you should absolutely take it.
Absolutely.
You know, if this was us on a stream, just finish the game. But for the point of the competition for today, get as much as you can while you can.
I mean, for us on stream, normally it's like, okay, but I'm going to try to do this really stupid thing so I can get mind games off.
Yes.
She's going after
Now
Mal.
this is pod racing.
Now this is pod racing. But yeah, we won't be at Gen Con. My understanding is there's not going to be any big tournament at Gen Con. I might be wrong by that, though. All right, Malekith is going to butcher a Thor's and a Hydra. Thank you, Taylor. That was really good, Peter.
That was good.
Oh, that was really good. Also, that's a week that we all go to the Adirondacks and pal around with all the kids.
Get some donuts.
Eat some donuts, some of them Adirondack donuts. That is a heavy butcher of Thor's. I'm showing, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the skulls? 6, he must have only paid for 1.
Yes.
All right, and that is going to be a dazed Jessica Drew. How about you like donuts? How about you like donuts? And attacking again into who? Oh, she's still up?
I thought she said she was dazed.
I thought so too. Popping off with 2 crits on the block, converting both of them. Holy cow.
Now this is pod racing.
This is pod racing. I like donuts, but I don't like you anymore. Aw, don't be mean to Taylor. It's not allowed. 1.
And that's it.
All right.
They have shaken the hands.
So, honor is now off the table. These players can start slugging it out with one another. That is going to see Robe Reale win his second game.
All right.
But how's his team doing? Oh, there's a judge
Brian.
call here.
I think
Brian is headed on over. So they made the mistake of calling for Brian instead of T.O. So Brian ignored.
that's why I didn't hear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a Lady Vesh situation.
It really is.
Yeah.
As we saw at Ironweld, Brian, T.O. Brian very specifically, kind of just calls the shots. If he says a rule works away, it just does. Sometimes he rolls 8 dice for priority. All right. So let's take a look at the other games that the Pork Roll Better has been doing. See if there's any other finished games. There actually doesn't look like many finished games out
I
there.
don't think there are many.
But that gets Pork Roll Better off to an incredible start for round 2
So
With
far,
a-
no results for round 2.
with a very brief win.
But I would hazard a guess that Brian's inputting it now.
Are we going to be going into right into round 3, or will there be a break? Awesome.
Brian wants
So,
to get this done.
right? Okay. So we are a little early for the ending of the round. It should be probably another 40 minutes until the end of the round. Granted, some of the games might finish up quick, especially, you know, as certain teams end up winning 2 of their games. Sometimes it can go a little bit quicker. Yes, Nick, I absolutely do. It's right here. Longshanks. Let's take a look at some of the other stuff that's going on and who's matched up with one another. If we go to games on that Longshanks link, Phil, man, Phil, it's why we pay you the big bucks. So some of the other places around that are going to be, so we have Shane and his Spider Foes along with his teammates, and the Senator Kelly Super PAC are going to be going up against Where's the Goalpost. And looks like on the bottom half, a Flock of Larry's got a bye. That's going to bring them to 1-1. And Bump, Swing, and Slap. There's actually no tickle in that team name.
No tickle.
Are going up against, hey, watch this. Are there ACO donuts there?
I think there are donuts over there.
Maybe?
The Harrah's places always have really good donuts too.
Yes.
And the cookies are good.
I'm off. Have fun at ACO,
Bye.
PCN fam. Thanks, Cord. I need a Magneto spender count from Ben for the tournament. Oh, I love that. Maybe even for the weekend. Maybe the real goal isn't how many times do you get to be on the stream table. It's how many times did you successfully, and successfully is, you know,
A loose term?
Yes, very
Yep.
loose term.
Yep.
How many Magneto spenders you can pull off. Hydrate Simpson. Hey, dude, how are you? Appreciate that.
So I know Alyssa's matched up with Ravensguard.
Oh, that's
I
right.
can see that. I don't know anybody else's name. I mean, I probably do.
We know it's weird. So we know certain people by their handle on Twitch. Some by their handle on Discord. Some by a first name. Some by just their face. There's certainly a few guys here that I've run into before. I'm like, oh, this dude's face is so recognizable.
Yes.
He looks a lot like Robe Reale, but maybe he's not actually
He's
Robe
not
Reale.
actually Robert Reale.
Me by all 4. Ben swears by it. Listen, Ben loves it. Ben says all the time, you know, Magneto spender, probably the best spender in the game. Is Chewie there? Chewie's not there.
No.
You son of a gun. Actually, I do think I see Chewie. But you got Lindsay with that one, Taylor. Yes, it was. But yeah, dude, you know, Rob has so much free time, just ending his games in like 10 minutes.
I know.
Big fan of Immortal Hulk spender. So Alyssa is running some Immortal Hulk, taking a deviation from the standby of the Inhumans, and running some Midnight Suns with Convocation, I believe, with some of them old wizards. If you hit the I next to their name, sometimes it brings up on the far right. Sometimes it brings up their list if they input it. Nope, I guess not. I'm not actually super clear on how to use Longshanks a lot of the time, as I normally am reaching out to Brian and Thoris and many other people during an event to be like, hey, how do I do this though? Or hey, I messed this up. What do I do? But thankfully, the community is actually pretty dope and always super helpful for things like that. And the rules forum honestly can solve a lot of your answers, or I suppose a lot of your questions would be the answers. We've seen a really good, solid amount of like dope-looking button-ups.
So many good button-ups. I'm very on board with this trend.
Yeah, same.
I like it a lot. Next, I want to see bow ties.
Ooh.
Let's go.
I think Taylor gave Robe Reale a bow tie at one point, if I recall correctly. Might be misremembering that, but she should run Immortal Hulk and Inhumans. I completely agree. So her reason for not doing her Inhumans roster is because it includes Miles Morales for A Better Tomorrow, because I think she also includes Miss Marvel. And as Andrew, who's the third member of their team, really wanted to be running Web Warriors because it's something he really likes and has the reps in with, ended up not going Inhumans because of that Miles. That Miles makes him smiles, boys. To quote a doctor, bow ties are cool. That's true. That's true. After every Longshanks game I play, I offer to put the result in, then immediately panic because I'm a Longshanks plebeian. He hated the tie for some reason. Pretty good. Pretty good. How'd your first game go? Oh. All right.
It was came true because like my one army versus my other army, and it's like I could have banked on the other team.
Yeah.
And it's like I kind of want to see him do that. Oh, he is doing that. Oh, okay, cool. I don't have to wish anymore. I kind of wish I was doing it now.
So Angel telling us that in his first game, both him and his opponent had affiliations that he runs on a regular basis. So he kind of was rooting for the other affiliation a little bit because they're his favorite. But then they no longer needed his goodwill and needed to be struck upon the ground. But yeah, so I have got official confirmation as well that we will be going right into round 3. So we might have a short break here in a little bit. We're going to fill for a little while. But just a lot of people to thank for this weekend. Frontline Gaming being one. Number one, having us come out, making us an affiliate, and sponsoring the network. You can go and use this link right now if you really wanted to on Frontline and pick up some mats, maybe some terrain, maybe some models, maybe some event tickets. Maybe you want to head to LVO. Maybe you're a big meanie and you run Malekith because you just really want that LVO qualifier.
I've been informed that you're butchering my last name. It's Reale.
Is it?
Really?
Reale. Okay, I didn't know that.
Wow.
So Taylor was talking about how sometimes you left to go change into your alternate identity, Real Robert. But I guess it is honestly Real E Robert also works.
Definitely, Robert.
You can't be really about that. Well, chat, thank you so much for correcting us. Honestly, a lot of how we learned to play this game was from chat letting us know when we were doing things incorrectly, so we really appreciate that. Imagine, I have said Robert Reale a ton on this network and on these shows. So now we know.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of you guys for doing that.
Really?
I really am. Nothing wrong with running Malekith. Listen, happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. But yeah, Frontline has actually all these mats that are on the tables today. They provided them all. And one cool thing about coming to a Frontline gaming event is that they sell the mats at a discounted price off the tables. Some are pre-marked, some aren't. Some are cityscapes, some are volcano stuff, some are space stuff. It's actually pretty dope. So if you can't make it to a Frontline Gaming event, you can use that code there in chat. That's pinned in chat as well. Grab yourself a map, grab yourself some stuff, maybe come to an event, maybe see us. It's pretty dope. Bring me a hard cider or a hard seltzer, also super dope. A lot of dope things here. Now, Danny, we got to go to LVO for the first time this past year.
We did.
So that was, granted, all of our first LVOs.
Yes.
What were some of the highlights for you from LVO, whether it was happening during a tournament game or just some of the other things? 'Cause there's a lot to do at LVO. But yeah, what were some of your Dopers and McGopers things?
I think the best thing was just seeing really like the scope of the attendance and like where people were from, you know, because we had like the Montreal Shark Tank was there. We had somebody from Australia who was there.
Yeah.
We had Dayton who was there, who was the youngest player and had only been playing for like 6 months. And it was really cool to like hear where people were coming from, hear what their like background had been.
Hey, thank you so much.
9 whole months. Thank you. So I just loved like getting to talk to the people and finding out where they were from, where they started, what their like background with the game is and stuff like that, and just getting to know them on a like more personal level. I thought that was really neat.
And if you ever want to meet a content creator for MCP, guess what? Every single one of them was there.
Yes.
Between all the Furious Finest folks were there, everyone from the Danger Room, Strike Better, Infamous, us, Omnis Protocol, Lexa White. Listen, it's really Chewy. I mean, the list really kind of goes on. Everyone's there. Everyone's there. Same at Adepticon, except Adepticon pulled Pat Dunford to come over and just steal the whole competition, which was super dope. I suck at remembering to jump back on Twitch. Well, dude, we really appreciate you, man. Every Twitch sub, every Amazon Prime sub, the bits, redemptions, and sounds. Patreon over at patreon.com/professionalcasual. Guys, we couldn't do this without your support, so we really appreciate every single one of you. That's because the British meta rocks. Listen, that I don't know if it's Metakith or so. What was because that final round was Guardians Thanos against Malekith Cabal, I think, at Adepticon.
Yeah.
And that's one thing I really like about MCP is every event that we cover, go to, stream, or compete in, usually it's a pretty solid rotation of what's coming in first. Shield winning both the LCQ and then going on to winning the qualifying event at LVO. Guardians, I believe it was Guardians, piloted by Pat Dunford, ended up winning Adepticon, a big tournament in the UK or in Europe. Was won by the Inhumans.
Yeah.
I think that was Magic. Nope, not Magic Neck. Maybe it was. Nope, I can't remember. But Web Warriors is winning stuff. Avengers are there. And there's a bunch of different dope formats now too that really accelerate the availability of different affiliations being available. Like this one right here, the team event. One of the main rules of it is all 3 members of the team only have 1 copy of each model to utilize between them.
Yep.
So you don't see 3 people running Brotherhood or 3 people running Malekith. You got to think about where you're going to put that Hulk. Is he going to be in the same roster with Hydra, or are you putting Malekith there?
Right.
Do you really want to double down on that one thing, or do you spread them out? Those splash characters become incredibly, incredibly viable.
Absolutely.
York Weekend, won by Ron. Yes, that's right. Thank you.
So we are starting to get some Longshanks results here.
Yes.
So Mike D'Ambrose from Pork Roll Better is in the lead right now. 2 wins, 33 total victory points.
Ooh.
Yeah. Robe Reale.
Robe Reale. Really Rob.
Really Rob, second place, 24. So they're both on Pork Roll Better. And their third teammate, Dan, is right behind them, 1-1 with 27 victory points total.
Nice.
So, and then the 4 and 5 spot go to 2 people in Team 10%. Angel, who you guys just saw on here with 19, and Andrew with 15. And then after that, we've got a flock of Larrys, but they got the bye, so they're auto 1-1. And then number 7 is Bernie, also from Team 10%, and he has 22 victory points.
Nice.
So, yeah, not bad.
So it looks like Andrew won his second game, too. Oh, yeah, because of the bye. Sorry.
Yep.
I'm an idiot.
Yep.
You just said it. But yeah, it's nice. Yeah, soft flow, completely agree. So it's nice in an event like this that number one has a great turnout, right? So sometimes side events don't perform incredibly well, but the team tournament being the Friday event, people showing up and using some different stuff is really awesome to see.
Yeah.
And especially when it's not 3 Thanoses, 3 Malekiths, 3 Hulks, 3 anything right now. 3 Beta Ray builds.
Absolutely.
Or the most devastating of all, 3 Sentinel Primes, right? Oh, could you imagine the devastation that would cause?
Too much.
Whoa, Rob's really playing? Rob is really playing, or at least he was, until he won his second game.
It's looking like Shane's game is wrapped up. I see him putting away some movement tools.
Who was he playing?
I don't know, but he's got the Hulk.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
So let us know in chat, if you're heading to a team event, are you going to take that coveted Malekith or Hulk, maybe an Incredible Hulk, maybe the Sentinel Prime or Crime Syndicate? How do you divvy up with your friends who gets to play what? Do you have your own local tournament amongst yourselves to see who gets to kind of create their roster first? Or do you just kind of work together, work it out?
Yeah.
Or do you just really bully your friends into playing what you want to play?
Like, let me play it.
Right?
I will only do it if I
Right?
get to play this model.
What if I got to play A-Force? Well,
No.
and you can see, some rosters not being as competitive because of a single character being utilized by a different affiliation.
Yes.
Who gets Bucky, right? We see
Who
Bucky
gets
splashed
Bucky?
everywhere.
Yes.
Rogue Agent being a great ability, in addition to him just literally just shooting and then shooting and then shooting. Oh, there's Matt Alex. Must have just arrived. Is super excited to see him. So tomorrow will probably be somewhat of an East Coast who's who. Excluding the Montreal group, but they were just at Iron Weld and clean sweeped that.
Yeah.
Looks like they're coming to the Salt City GT as well. Would love it if you joined us at the Salt City GT. I'll pop that link in chat. The Salt City GT.com. That is going to be the weekend of July 7th. We'd love to see you there. Tickets are live right now. Let's make that event poppin'. ACL last year. First time MCP was at an event. It's always kind of hard to get it started. Friday was fun. We got to actually hang out with the Montreal Shark Tank. I think we all played games against them doing the Renewal of Vows event
fun.
that had just come out.
That was awesome.
And that was an absolute blast. And it's very rare for us to be able to play games with people at these events.
Yes.
So that was really awesome. And then we've seen them a whole ton since. And I believe they just ran an event earlier this month. I forget if it was in Montreal or Quebec, but yeah, so it's really nice to see MCP really kicking off over on the East Coast and in Canada as well. But yeah, tomorrow it will be the big singles event, going into a 2-day Top Cut. Lot of dope faces around that will be here. I know a bunch of the Boston group will be down. Matt Alex is here. Mike from Strike Better. I'm sure, I think like Will said, Pork Roll Protocols rolling deep tomorrow. Who we also got to see at Iron Weld.
Yeah.
That's one of the things. Once you start coming out to these events, you're going to start making a lot of friends. You're going to start seeing a lot of familiar faces. And the thing afterwards is that literally most of the group usually sometimes splits into 2 or 3 pods because there's so many, but always goes out to eat together, laughs, drinks, has a good time. It's always always a fun time.
Yeah.
Especially once that pressure's off, right? People kind of melt a little bit.
Yep.
And everyone's always super cool. But with us being about 20 minutes out from the next round, we are going to take a very brief break. We'll be back probably just before 4 p.m. Eastern, which is when Brian says that the round ends, and we know who will be going into one of our finals games. So after this, so how many teams were there total?
There were 7 teams total. That's
7
why we
teams.
have 1 with a bye.
Gotcha. So that meant that there was 3 teams that won, and so it's going to depend on if the pair down wins or loses.
Right.
this because you go to 1 undefeated, I believe. So I believe the next game will be the last, depending on if the pair down 1 or lost. But finals round coming up next at 4 p.m.
Hang in there.
We'll be right back.
Bye.